So we're back. I know it's been a while since I've made a video, but this is Jane as always, and as you can probably already tell, this is a Feed the Beast video. I'm sure you knew that by the title, because it'll probably be in the title. I've been wanting to make a video for about a week now, but I've had a pretty bad ear infection and haven't really been able to do that. So it's starting to clear up now, and I'm finally able to get a video going. Why did you have to go way out there? Let's just... this is my base that I've been working on for a little while now. I've got the tree farm almost completely automated. I just need to put some filters in, and I know that you can use the Arboretum, but I don't really like the lack of control that the Arboretum has compared to the deployers. So the deployers will constantly try to deploy a sapling. There'll be jungle saplings here, pine saplings here, birch, and then oak. And as they grow, the logger will cut them down and collect more saplings. And then I have Red Power 2 pipes putting everything in their respective barrels down here. I also have for power right now, I want to move it to solar at some point and then have this as an optional biofuel output. But basically we have a fermenter attached to an aqueous accumulator. You just feed it saplings, fertilizer, and it creates biomass. It creates biomass faster than the stills create biofuel. So I have 2 of those, and then they will create biofuel. And then you have the biogenerators, which use the biofuel to produce EU. Each one of these produces 16 EU per tick, so that's 2 packets at 16 EU per tick for a total of 32 EU per tick. And once this is connected, it will supply this bat box, which once it was full, should stay full because of the 32 EU per tick going into it and 32 EU per tick coming out of it. And as you can see, we have our electrical engines all have... oh, that one doesn't. I'll have to go get one. They all have iron electron tubes, which lowers the EU requirement by 1 EU per tick. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4 electrical engines running, which would be 20 EU per tick, and leaves us 12 EU per tick overflow, which because of the distance that the EU has to travel to reach this last electrical engine, it's not actually... well, it is wasted, but it's not wasted on nothing. It's wasted on energy loss through the wire. So every 5 blocks we lose 1 EU per tick. So if we only produced 20 EU, that would be enough to power all 4 of the engines, but because of the energy loss in the wire, this engine wouldn't get enough power to run. So we are producing 32 EU per tick. And like I said, I'm going to use filters down here from Red Power, because those are Red Power 2 pipes that feed the deployers. And that will essentially allow us to determine what saplings go into the deployers. So we would be able to change, like if I wanted to change this row to rubber trees, all you'd have to do is change what the filter was accepting. And in order to make the filter, I need an alloy furnace. So I haven't been able to do that yet. I've been using... this is going to be a large tower that goes basically from build height down to bedrock, and I've been using, I have a turtle, Jack. I've been using Jack to mine this out for me, slowly and steadily. And the idea being that there will be a spiral staircase that goes all the way up and all the way down, and there will be several floors that have different purposes, different machines, different things that they do. This has been kind of like my temporary setup for right now. All this stuff needs to get taken down and moved. I have, shut that off for a second. I have another floor that I've started down below here. I don't really like the height. I need to move it down, I think, and I need to finish filling in the ceiling here. But this is goes from Buildcraft pipes to a transposer into the Red Power 2 pipes. And then these are the redstone Red Power 2 pipes so that they activate the deployers on a regular basis. Who the hell planted that ugly thing? Oh, and for those of you who have followed my LP, you know that I enjoy playing on servers, but I don't really like doing it because they tend to go down and I lose my world, and all the work that I've done is basically just for nothing. This is a server. It's a whitelisted Feed the Beast server called CraftThis, and it is my server. I've decided that I'm gonna run a server with, I got a few friends and a couple of people that I've invited, and I'm looking to invite a few more. I don't know who put that down there, but I have to rip that up, rip down that cobbled shanty shack. But yeah, this is what I have so far. This is what it looks like from the outside. Like I said, I don't really like the height. I want to double it. I want to put it like, you know, more roughly down here. So there's right now there's 4 meters between the 2 floors, and I want to double that to 8. So I'm gonna do that at some point, move that down. I'm not sure what I want to put down there yet, what the next floor is gonna be. I've been thinking maybe some sort of rubber farm. I'm not sure if I want to go the rubber tree harvesting route. Again, a fence post is broken and not put back. Somebody's gonna get their butt whooped. I'm not sure if I want to go the tree harvesting route, or if I want to maybe, like Good was talking about, use a turtle just to harvest the treetops. I want to look into some of the options for other machines as well. What? What? Yeah, that's what I thought. Punk. Yeah, so like I was saying, I want to look at the option for using maybe some other machines that automatically harvest the rubber. Let's see, what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 per. Why do I only have 1? Oh. Oh, I know what's going on. Okay. And yeah, and then I would put on the floor below this one so I put on the floor below this one a rubber farm, I think, because I'm constantly going through it and I don't want to have to harvest it all by myself. I mean, well, not all by myself, I mean manually. And then I'm working on, after that, the next level after that will probably be for ore processing. So all of your basic ores that you would mine, coal, iron, gold, tin, copper, all that kind of stuff, it would macerate it, smelt it. In the case of iridium, uranium, it would compress it, and then it would store it or send it off to be stored into the storage area, wherever that may be. And then things like, let's see, what else do we have? Bauxite. So bauxite would be sent to the electrolyzer. I did get an iridium ingot finally. So yeah, bauxite I think would be sent to the electrolyzer, and I basically want machines dedicated to each process. So there would be one macerator for coal, there would be one macerator for iron, there would be one electric furnace for iron, and it would be just completely dedicated to that one process. And then I will use, I'm not sure if I want to use Buildcraft pipes or if I want to use red power pipes. The thing is that I want to be able to separate things evenly. So like in the case of you have you have an iron ore that gets macerated into 2 iron dusts, and then they could be smelted into 2 iron ingots, but then I want to automatically, this would be refined iron, silver, gold, I want to automatically try to keep these somewhat even. So with Buildcraft pipes, you could just make a junction and it would automatically try to separate them evenly. Whereas red power, it would be necessary to, okay, there's something going on here and I don't understand why. Let me see. Oh, that's right, because I set that ridiculously. Alright. No, not plus 10, minus 10. There we go. Ah! No. Alright. There we go. Alright, let's see if that fixes. Yeah, there we go. So like I was saying, the red power pipes need an equal distance, and the way that you would achieve that is by using the restriction pipes in a way that would make it believe that they were the same distance, or making a fork from, like if we're talking about like the iron again, you would want one to go into a macerator, and then after coming out of the macerator, well, after they come out of the iron furnace, you'd want one to go on to like a chest or something for iron, to the storage area for iron, and then you'd want one to go to another furnace. And in order to do that, you'd have to maybe use the same distance as the iron furnace is. You'd have to have like a buffer or another transposer or some other thing to reset the distance so that it thought it was equal. And it's just kind of like a bit of a pain in the ass, I guess, comparative to using Buildcraft pipes, which, like I said, any junction is going to split things up 50-50. So the way that I'm replanting these now, this is exactly what the deployers would do. Once I have the filters set up, and as you can see here, I have a little bit of glowstone, and I've started putting that in there. As I get more of it, then this will get filled up. Where are you that you're growling at me? Probably on the roof. No? Oh. What's up, guy? I do have a jetpack. That was like one of the first things I got. Some nanosuit stuff and a solar helmet, which just helps to keep the jetpack from running out, or if it does run out, I can just get someplace where I'm underneath the daylight and it'll recharge it. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. Like I said, this is temporary setup, and this is almost finished. So what I need to do is collect some clay so that I can get an alloy furnace to build the filters. And then it should be well on the way to being fully automatic. I also I want to run this off of solar power. So eventually I think I'll have a solar panel just outside of here, and that way I can just keep this constantly on, and then it will just simply run the logger during the day, and then because the deployers are operating all of the time, or I could probably use a light sensor. Yeah, I'd probably use a light sensor so that the deployers run at night and the logger runs during the day, and just use a solar panel and a light sensor just outside of there. So it would be 10-minute cycles of on and then off. But you can see that the things are going. This should be filling up again with oak saplings. And prior to this was just 2 rows of dirt, and I was doing like a zigzag pattern of all oak, and it definitely makes getting wood fairly easy. But because I'm running off of biofuel, I run through saplings pretty quick. So that's the main reason that I want to get this onto solar power. But in order to do that, I don't know if it's going to tell me the power output of the panels, because the first solar panel is 1 EU per tick during the day, and then this one I think is 8 EU per tick during the day, and then 1 EU per tick at night. So I need to upgrade to an advanced solar panel. One of the other people in the server has a rolling machine. Rolling machine's not expensive to make though, so that wouldn't be hard. The irradiated uranium's easy to make. I have capable of getting the resources for that. And again, the reinforced glass isn't difficult. Advanced circuit's not difficult. Again, I just need to get some glowstone and some redstone. I have a bunch of carbon plate saved up, so really I just need to get some advanced alloy going. So I'll probably get started on that too. Yeah, so we need to craft filters and an advanced solar panel, and then the logger will be on its own power grid. And that's pretty much how I want to run the entire base. I want to have machines on their own private power grids to make the most efficient use of power. I don't want to be running like I think the industrial blast furnace is 128 EU per tick. I want a consistently generated 128 EU per tick power source to power that And then the same thing with the ore processing. I'm not going to have a separate power situation for each machine because there are 32 EU per tick machines, but I will have a dedicated power system for that setup, for the entire ore processing setup. From watching a lot of some of the other Feed the Beast issues, it seems like people don't really understand the power output packet system. Like this generator will generate 10 EU per tick per packet, so it sends one packet out every tick of 10 EU. Now if you have two of them next to each other, or if you have a chain set up like this, so you have each one of these is going to send out a 10 EU per tick packet, a 10 EU packet per a tick. So by the time you reach here, you're looking at 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110, 110 EU per tick in 11 packets. So you could add, I had another generator on there to generate 120 EU per tick, but as soon as you add another furnace to make it 130 EU per tick, you would lose 2 EU per tick, which you may be losing in the distance of the wire, the loss, the power loss. I haven't accounted for that. I'm not sure what the power loss is for gold wire. I know it's 1 EU per tick for copper per 5 blocks. I'll have to check what gold is. But I mean, you could easily remedy that by moving the wire setup so that it was ideally not losing any power through the wire. But if you were generating via your generators 130 EU per tick, you'd be losing 2 EU per tick at there'd be a bottleneck here because your MFE is only going to take in 128 EU per tick. Or I have to double check that. Yeah, I have to double check that because I think the MFE, the MFSU, and the bat box, I think, can take in any amount of power. I have to double check that. But if it, but the output is going to be 128 EU per tick. It's going to be 128 EU packet, and it's going to send out a packet of that 128 every tick. If you, let's see, I have 2 low voltage transformers. If you use 2 low voltage transformers, you're separating that into 2 packets. So you take that 128 EU packet and you divide it, and you have 2 64 EU per tick packets. You can then divide that again into 2 separate bat boxes, and then you could have like, let's say you're powering 4 electric furnaces off of that same setup. Then you wouldn't be wasting any power if you were running all 4 of your electric furnaces simultaneously. But if you're not, let's see, I made diamond dust so I could make a rock cutter. So what else do I need? But if you're not running them, titanium, do I have enough for 2? I can make that stuff, no problem. No, I have enough for 1. So I need to electrolyze some more bauxite. But if you're not running them all simultaneously, then you're losing packets, because this is going to output 128. You divide that to 64, then you divide that again to 32. You have 32 packets, and if you only use one of them, you're still at this point here generating a single 128 EU per tick packet. So every tick, this number is going to go down 128. Regardless of whether or not you use 4 electric furnaces or 1 electric furnace. So that's what I think like a lot of people don't understand, is that it's very, very easy to waste power when you're downstepping. The only way to prevent that is to have empty power sources. So that way, you know, if you have and the system isn't set up that way, you'd have to use I can't remember what it's called. It's basically a wire that shuts off if you give it a redstone signal. Oh, I'm gonna have to look it up later, I think. Oh, there we go. I think it might be the splitter cable. And I think that, yeah, the detector rate cable, I think, gives a redstone signal when power is being used through it. Splitter cable will turn on or off power with a redstone signal. So you can use, let's see, where's the bat box? So you could use that cable coupled with the bat box's redstone signal options. So you have emit if partially filled, emit if empty. So you could very easily have it emit if it's partially filled. That might work, and then you could have that redstone signal connected to that wire. So if it is partially full, it is going to shut off the input power from outside sources. So it's not going to receive, the wire is not going to allow energy through anymore. Or you could have it emit if it's empty and then invert the signal so that it only allows power through when it is empty. That way it would receive, you'd have 4 bat boxes, all of them empty, and they would then emit a redstone signal, which would then be inverted and shut off like a torch or whatever that would allow power back through the system. And then that would basically say to the transformers that they need more power, and this would send out a 128 tick EU packet in the course of a single tick, and that would get divided down into 4 packets of 32 EU in the course of a tick, and then they would no longer be empty. They would shut off the wiring, and this would not send more power. Of course, it's going to send more than a single packet, because it's going to take more than a single tick for all that stuff to happen. But once it does, the battery box is not going to be full, so you're not going to waste any power. And then the bat box puts out 32 EU per tick, and then your electric furnace can use 32 EU per tick. So that would prevent you, that system would prevent you from wasting any power at all. And I think that that's probably what I'm going to use as a sort of groundworking idea in order to not waste power. If you're running it from places like solar panels, it's not that big of a deal because it's a completely renewable resource. Water mills, same idea. Or like Nebris is doing with the lava. While he will eventually run out of lava and there will be no lava in the Nether, it still would take a significantly long time. But they are wasting a ton of energy the way they're doing it. Especially any time that you step down power. But yeah, those are the plans. That's what we're doing. It always rains. Always. It never fails. But I'm gonna continue to dig out my base. I want to continue the tower here, hoping that I can get that built up, and then I want to get all this stuff moved. Like I said, I think, let's see, I should be able to run the electrolyzer again. I'm gonna try to run the electrolyzer again. I only have 4 empty cells? Are you kidding me? I need to make some more. I do love the barrels. I like the barrels quite a bit. So yeah, I'm trying to get a rock cutter. I don't know if that's going to have enough power or not to complete the process. Let's see, where is all my coal coke? I apparently do not have any more coal coke. Crap. I'm definitely going to have to go mining. Seriously. I've been meaning to do it for a while, but I haven't gotten any enchantment areas set up, so I think that's the first thing I need to do, is get an enchantment table going, and hopefully get some fortune enchantments so that I can increase my coal output. I want to check on the drill. I want to know if the advanced drill does like a fortune or not, because the whole point of the rock cutter is that's a silk touch that never breaks. You know, basically you just have to recharge it, and I would then use the rock cutter on coal and redstone and all that stuff, and I would keep it until I needed it, and then I'd use a fortune pick on it. Oh, you know what? It's gonna take 2. Yeah, it's gonna take 2 to get another thing of titanium. Oh, that needs to recharge. Son of a gun. Alright, the other thing I'm gonna do is, let's see, I have a solar panel around here somewhere. Attach a solar panel just so yeah, that's not blocked. Okay. Attach a solar panel just so during the day it's the MFE here is getting charged. I thought I had another one around here somewhere. Where that? Oh, I do. It's over here. Yeah, it's charging that bat box. Okay. Which I'll leave it there for right now because I need it to run that stuff. Yes, insufficient energy line, I know. Alright, what else do we need for the rock cutter? But I think I'm going to end the video here for today. Let's see, I have the diamond dust, titanium. Alright, so we need a battery and electronic circuit. Alright. So we need a battery, electronic circuit. We need 4 tin, 4 redstone, 6 copper cable. Alright, I don't know if I have the redstone. Okay, copper cable. Refined iron. Yeah, I don't have the redstone. That sucks. Suck a poof. Alright, I'm gonna have to go and get the redstone required to do this. That sucks. Alright, anything else we're missing? Let's see, we got the tin, copper, fine iron. Yeah, so I just need 4 redstone. So yeah, I'm gonna get the rock cutter, and then I'm gonna do some mining. Work on getting an enchantment table set up. Hopefully get a fortune enchantment. And continue doing what we're doing, and hopefully I can start making regular videos again for the new Feed the Beast server. I haven't played vanilla for quite some time. I don't really intend to at this moment. Still have the vanilla world. Just, I don't know, comparative to, like, I used to play Red Power 2 quite a bit. I played with Buildcraft before quite a bit. And vanilla, you get to a point where you can accomplish anything, you get everything. I mean, even now they've added in the latest snapshot, basically those things right there, hoppers, and basically allowing you to automate things in vanilla to a more extensive level. But they're not adding new technology, they're not adding new processes, they're not adding new things to do. I mean, you build an iron farm, you don't need to worry about armor anymore. You don't need to really worry. I mean, you could use iron tools for the rest of eternity, but at that point you're able to produce enough diamond that you can run diamond tools without issue. But I'm going to cut the video here, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Remember, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like. See you later. Bye.